Listen carefully. That silence you imagine in space hides something impossible. Not a sound, not a warning, just a boundary, invisible, unmarked, and absolute. From a distance, it announces itself only as an absence, a perfect circle of nothing. Ringed by fire so bright it outshines entire galaxies, you are looking at a black hole. And somewhere ahead, just beyond that glowing edge, is a line that has never been crossed and survived. A boundary where the universe runs out of rules, where our physics dissolves, where every direction forward leads to the same destination. Cross it and you are not dead, not lost, gone. In a way that has no word in any human language, this is the event horizon, and nothing that has ever crossed it has come back. Not matter, not energy, not even light. Most people picture a black hole as a cosmic vacuum cleaner. A giant mouth in space, pulling in everything nearby, something you could simply avoid by keeping your distance. That image is wrong, dangerously incomplete, because the most terrifying thing about a black hole is not its pull from far away. It is what the boundary does to the laws of physics themselves. The moment you cross the event horizon, you have not been sucked into anything. You have entered a region of space where every possible direction forward leads to one place: the singularity. There is no sideways. There is no turning back. Escaping would require traveling faster than light. And nothing in the universe can do that. The trap is not the gravity. The trap is geometry itself. At the edge of a black hole sits the photon sphere, located 1.5 times the width of the event horizon. This is where light itself gets caught in orbit. Photons race around this invisible racetrack at 219,792 kilometers per second, going nowhere. And here is something that should stop you completely. Standing inside the photon sphere, you could look straight ahead and see the back of your own head, because the light from behind you bends all the way around the black hole and returns to your eyes. A single nudge sends those photons either spiraling inward forever or escaping into space. It is the razor edge between eternity and freedom. Cross the event horizon, and something far stranger happens. Space and time swap roles entirely. The direction toward the singularity stops being a location in space and becomes a direction in time. Moving toward the center is no longer a choice. It is as inevitable as the next second arriving. You cannot stop falling toward the singularity any more than you can stop the present becoming the past. This is not a physical barrier you could push against. It is a mathematical certainty written into the structure of reality itself. And the singularity, at the center, is something our entire framework of physics cannot describe. Infinite density. Zero volume. Every equation reaches infinity and breaks. We do not know what exists there. We may never know. It is the only place in the observable universe where science runs out of answers completely. Now consider what the journey inward does to you. For a stellar mass black hole, roughly 10 times the mass of our Sun, the difference in gravitational pull between your head and your feet becomes so extreme that your body stretches vertically and compresses horizontally simultaneously. Scientists call this spaghettification. You elongate into a thin stream of atoms, ripped apart at the molecular level long before reaching the center. Not crushed. Stretched into nothing. Stars suffer the same fate on a spectacular scale. Tidal disruption events, observed across billions of light years, show entire stars stretching into plasma streams 100,000 kilometers long, briefly flaring brighter than entire galaxies before spiraling inward. A star turned to noodles by geometry. Supermassive. Black holes offer a different and arguably more unsettling horror. They are so enormous that at the event horizon, tidal forces are actually gentle. You would cross the boundary completely intact, feeling nothing unusual, with no sensation of having passed the point of no return. You would feel normal, calm, for a while. But outside, time would be accelerating beyond comprehension. The external universe would be racing forward at a staggering rate. Civilizations rising and collapsing, stars burning out, everything outside, aging while you remain unaware. Then, as the singularity approached, the tidal forces would finally arrive, and the end would come without warning. In 2019, humanity did something once considered impossible. The Event Horizon Telescope, a network of radio observatories linked across the entire planet, captured the first real image of a black hole's shadow. A glowing orange ring surrounding a region of pure darkness. That dark circle was not empty space. It was the zone from which no light reached us. We had photographed the unseeable, and what we saw confirmed everything the mathematics had predicted for over a century. Then quantum physics offered a strange and ironic footnote. At the very edge of the event horizon, pairs of virtual particles constantly appear. Occasionally one falls inward while the other escapes, carrying away a tiny fraction of the black hole's energy. Hawking radiation. A solar mass black hole losing mass so slowly it would take 10 to the power of 67 years to evaporate. Far longer than the current age of the universe. But the principle stands. Even the most absolute structures in ANC existence are not permanent. The universe eventually reclaims everything. The nearest known black hole to Earth is called Gaia BH1. It sits 1,500 light-years away. Close enough, on cosmic scales, to feel like a neighbor. It is not hunting us. It does not reach out. It simply exists. Patient. Permanent. A reminder that the universe contains places where our understanding ends, where our instincts fail, where the rules we built our entire civilization upon simply stop producing answers. We have never sent anything into a black hole. We likely never will. But in studying them from a distance, we have learned something that no other discovery has taught us quite so clearly. The universe was not designed around our survival. It does not bend its laws for our curiosity. There are places we cannot go, boundaries we cannot negotiate, doors that open only one way. The event horizon is the last line, and whatever crosses it becomes part of something the universe keeps entirely to itself.